Take a look at Tamil Nadu.
In Tamil Nadu, out of the 39 seats, you've got the DMK Congress alliance, along with the smaller regional parties, expected to pick up all 39 seats. The NDA, which is the AIADMK and the BJP, will fail to open its account according to the C-voter opinion poll. So the DMK remains strong in Tamil Nadu like it did in the last Lok Sabha elections.
That's right. They won 38 out of 39 last time. The AIADMK won just one. Now we are saying they'll win all 39. So what's the big picture, Rahul, so far? Bengal and Tamil Nadu, the regional satraps and Andhra Pradesh are holding their own. Where there is a strong opposition alliance building up, like in Bihar and Maharashtra, there's a challenge to the BJP. But now you look at the story.
But you look also wherever there's a direct fight between the Congress
and what I was about to come to.
Madhya Pradesh, 26 for the BJP, 3 for the Congress. So wherever there is a direct fight, Rajasthan, 25 for the BJP, 0 for the Congress. Gaurav Pandey, your party is simply refusing to be able to put up a fight, and because of its inept performance, it brings the entire opposition down and makes the BJP and Prime Minister Modi seem much more formidable than they would otherwise be if somebody had been fighting with some spirit.
You know, before you go to Gaurav Pandey, I just want to say the number that stands out for me, when I was doing the 2019 election and looking at it, the post-poll number that will always stand for me, 185 seats, that there were direct fights between the BJP and the Congress. The BJP won more than 170 of them with an average margin, Rahul, of 15%. So that is not changing. Madhya Pradesh you just gave was a state where the BJP swept, right? And we said North India has been swept because of post-Balakot. But the truth is we are now in 2022. This is not a Balakot mood of the nation. This is a nation affected by price rise, affected by unemployment, real issues on the ground. And yet, the regional parties can take on Mr. Modi, but the Congress is unable to.
I was in Gujarat earlier last week. Congress leaders I spoke to spent time at length explaining why the BJP is likely to win and may get 150 plus seats. These are Congress leaders telling me how it's not like the 2017, there's no partitar agitation this time. They simply don't have the belief that they can fight and that they can win. They, even before the election. And you've got this young guy from the Aam Aadmi Party saying that they have only 10,000 booths out of 52,000 booths presence on the ground, and he's saying we will fight. He has no presence on the ground, a very limited presence on the ground, but has very high confidence about being able to fight, and the Congress, which could actually put up a fight, is simply unable and unwilling to want to give it its all.
So I think that really is the key. The big picture is this: the regional parties are in a position and ready to fight the BJP and the Modi juggernaut. The Congress has to get its act together if the opposition is to have any chance. Because unless that happens, you will have a situation, as our mood of the nation is showing, that state by state, Congress versus BJP states, advantage to the BJP. This despite the fact that, even in Uttarakhand there was an element of anti-incumbency. Today I'm being told by congressmen, look at Himachal. We are going to win Himachal come November, December. But I want to see it happen. I want to see when was the last state where a Congress-BJP direct fight went towards the Congress. I'm just trying to go back, possibly 2018. But that is 2018.
Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh.
2018. So in the last 4 years, the Congress remains the Kamzor Kadi. Gaurav Pandey may not agree to that, but Mr. Pandey, that is the reality. Our poll is showing direct fight. Rahul mentioned Madhya Pradesh, and we can look at the other ones as well. 29 seats, 26-3. Rajasthan, predictably, is also Rahul moving more or less similar.
Rajasthan is a clean sweep. 25 for the BJP, 0 for the Congress.
25-0 Rajasthan. 25-0. What about Chhattisgarh?
Let me look.
Chhattisgarh also is 10-1.
10-1.
10-1. So, Gaurav Pandey, you are the Kamzor Kadi, is one of the factors coming out. You have to get your act together.
Rajdeep, it's a fact that we did not perform well in the previous Lok Sabha elections, but a lot of water has flown under the bridge since then. We have learned from our mistakes, and if we cannot be conveniently, in case of the BJP, looking at the local performance, and then when it comes to the Congress, we say that, the local performance does not matter. Just recently, if you see, in Madhya Pradesh, in the local body elections, Congress has performed well. We are reaching out to the people, not just region-wise, that is in the states, but otherwise also, just from a month from now, we have a 6-month-long yatra planned, which is, again, it's not a campaign for 2024, but reaching out to the people. Yes, there have been mistakes in the past, as I said, but we're learning from those mistakes. We do not have the amount of money to put out our arguments on newspapers or televisions like the BJP does, and showcase Prime Minister Modi's photographs all the time, which actually adds into his popularity. So in the traditional way, we are going to go to the people. For 6 months, we're going to walk.
This is not correct. See what's happening in Gujarat, where the Aam Aadmi Party is going out and actually making an effort. There was a huge tragedy, Rajdeep, you would have seen. The Aam Aadmi Party splattered themselves all over the place. The BJP was pretending nothing really happened, because how can there be hooch in Gujarat, which is a dry state? The Aam Aadmi Party went and made it big. The Congress barely made it. Only Jignesh Mewani went to that area and tried to rake up that issue. They're not fighting. When one Congress leader goes, the others, instead of trying to come to his rescue, try and cut him down to size so that he doesn't grow. Ye bada hero ban raha hai. That's how they're trying to take each other down.
And you know, the Aam Aadmi Party is very interestingly targeting the states where there are direct Congress-BJP fights. And where is they see the vulnerability in the Congress. Take the Congress's vote. In the short run, it will help the BJP. But the AAP hopes to emerge as the principal challenger. No party in this country can emerge a pan-India challenger without first taking on the Congress to the BJP. It's almost become like that.
No, but the better the AAP does, come November, December, the better the BJP does.
That's
the
right.
more votes AAP takes away from the Congress and the opposition, the better the seat conversion ratio of the BJP.
That's why today, in the 2 states that are going to the polls in the winter, perhaps the Congress has a better chance in Himachal than it has at the moment in Gujarat, because the AAP is making some gains in Gujarat, not necessarily in Himachal, and some of the local issues in Himachal will trouble the BJP. But my sense, therefore, is the big picture that you're giving us, Rahul, is, as I said, Narendra Modi holding his own in terms of the BJP staving off anti-incumbency. Some troubling signs for the BJP where the opposition is getting its act together either through alliances or through strong regional satraps. But one-on-one fights between the Congress and the BJP is saying, bring it on. So it's almost as if they're saying, Rahul Gandhi and the Congress remain our perfect opponent. We want to take them on. We would have much more difficulty in taking on the others, including possibly in the long run, and Arvind Kejriwal.